Super Bowl, and it should be a great one. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Oh, look at the juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special team, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And right away, he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez. 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? He'll try again. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Murray now. Over the middle, complete. That's Chavez. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
At the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
36-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The 13-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Martinez. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Murray. This is caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Out of the gun now on third down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Martinez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
2 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's brought down. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 35. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Shotgun now from Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 46. Murray going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Second and 6.
Now Murray off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Murray from midfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Gutierrez. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Santos. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Here's a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Murray now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Murray. That is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing now is Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. 22 yards. And the Snowhawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now a play fake here on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 4. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that one too wide and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Got an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So, yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. from the 43. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Santos. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Santos. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Up the middle they go. It's Santos. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal on the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
In motion, the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's caught. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2.
4th and goal.
They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
27. Chargers.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And running with power here. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Murray on the sneak. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An inside give to Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And is big for the 1st down, coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
It's 4th down.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 5. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A pretty big play now in this AFC championship, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to... end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Chavez. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Murray going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, Bishop. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 6. look to throw here. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
First and goal, Chargers.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Second down, goal to go.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. These fans on pins and needles, a Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Murray to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Chavez. He's still on his feet. And touchdown! A big play there. 73 yards. And the Snowhawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Chargers now down by 7. A minute 37 remaining. They need a touchdown to keep their Super Bowl hopes alive as they come up on 1st down. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Gutierrez. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's third down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. On now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.